Today I woke up with a thought. Have any of the Tortured Poets Department skips grown on me? Let's find out. By the way, I'm KJ Miller. I'm a founder, a lecturer, and a content creator. I love talking about all things pop culture, business, beauty. If you like any of that, be sure to subscribe. Now let's get into it. Okay, so right off the bat, let me just say I have gone on record a couple of different times in a couple of different platforms, my podcast, TikTok, here on YouTube, and said I think Tortured Poets Department is very much giving a choose your own adventure because it feels like a book of poetry. And like with any book of poetry, you're going to have some poems that you love, some poems that, you kind of that don't really stick with you. And to me, that's what this album has felt like. There are so many songs that I truly love, and then a lot of songs that feel like, oh, okay, not really my speed. However, in my comment sections, a number of you have said, actually, all 31 tracks are phenomenal. You just have to give it time. Some of them take a while to grow on you, but the more you listen, the more you realize, no, each and every one of these tracks is phenomenal. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be inclined to agree with that. I think 31 tracks is just a lot. It's just a lot of songs. And I don't think there are any Taylor Swift albums for me that I've listened to so far that didn't have at least one skip for me. That's not saying it's a bad song, just for me, it didn't land. However, I am very much willing to believe that even the songs that have been skips maybe can grow on me. So I thought, why not just re-listen to them? Because the thing is, once I came to my conclusion that for me, this was going to be a choose your own adventure album, I quickly made my own little playlist. Okay. It's 16 tracks. It's phenomenal. I'll put the tracks up here so you can see them all. This is my Tortured Poets Department. Okay. This is the KJ Miller Tortured Poets Department. But that leaves 14 tracks that have kind of, been left on the cutting room floor for me. And so that means I haven't listened to them recently because I've been focusing on my 16 tracks. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to listen to the 14 that got left behind. I'm going to listen in order. And then I'm just going to give my feedback on if I feel like, actually, yeah, this is kind of, now that I've had a chance to sit back, come back, and re-listen, this is kind of growing on me. So let's see. I truly don't know what's going to happen. Let's find out. And I'm even breaking out my old school headphones so I can just really snuggle in and give these songs another try. Okay, so first up is Fortnight. Temporary. You know what? Okay, now you know what? I may have been wrong about that one. Let me say this about Fortnight. Now, what I always said about this song was it felt like a vibe, and it still does feel like a vibe. It almost, to me, is giving like opening sequence of a movie. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. I can just see it sort of like opening up on something, and then the story kind of feels like characters in a movie. But I will say, it's giving more of a groove this time around. I don't know. I think maybe also in the beginning, I just was sort of like confused about it as an album opener. And I'll be honest, I still don't know that I love it as an album opener. I think Black Dog is the one true album opener. But I actually am kind of vibing with it. Okay. Not me being surprised. Now let's get into track number 2. The Tortured Poets Department. This is the title track. I feel like I should love it, but it was definitely a skip for me before, but let's see. Okay, now this one, here's the thing. It's Taylor Swift, okay? She's not making bad songs, okay? So let me just be clear. This one is still a skip for me. I think mostly because of the lyrics. I'm sorry, girl. You were in your own little world with these lyrics here, and God bless. It's not for me. I scratch your head, you fall asleep like a tattooed golden retriever. I don't know. I don't know. You like it, I love it. This is gonna stay a skip for me. Let's move on. Okay, now the next one that did not make it onto my list is My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys. I think it's very funny that the first 3 tracks of the album were skips for me. But I don't know. I have so many friends who love this song, like who've texted me and been like, girl, this is one of my favorites. So, I'm going to give it another listen. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I haven't even started. I had to stop it. The beginning, I like the way she comes in on that. Oh, here we go again. And then the beat drops. Okay. Okay. Only breaks his favorite toys. Oh. No, this is a bop. No, this is a bop. Past KJ was wrong. She was wrong. Okay. We don't know her. This is a bop. First of all, not only is it like, like, not only is that just very satisfying, but these lyrics, I'm queen of sand castles he destroys. The imagery, I was wrong. I'm very prepared to say I was wrong on that one. That needs to get right up on the list because that one is a bop. Let's continue. So the next three songs are all on my playlist: Down Bad, So Long London, and But Daddy I Love Him. Those are fantastic. Fresh Out the Slammer, however, is not. So let's give it a listen. Okay, you know what I will say about this one that I don't know if I felt this way the first few times I heard it. I really enjoy her writing, her lyrics. I feel like she is telling a really well-rounded story here and doing it, in the way that Taylor does, just the way she pairs words together sometimes, and the way she bounces them dun, 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 is satisfying. The story is satisfying. I feel like she's telling a whole story, and I like that. Now, am I going to add it to my TTPD playlist though? And I still don't know about that. First of all, there seems to be a lot of consensus that this is definitely a song about Maddie Healy, but I'm going to try and put that to the side. I just don't know if the sounds that I'm hearing are as good as the lyrics that I'm hearing. And so that might keep this one off of my playlist. But I think the lyrics are phenomenal. I really enjoy her pen on this one. So I'm gonna think about this one. I'm gonna think about this one. All right. Up next, I Can Fix Him. No, really, I can. I don't even have a wisp of a memory of what this one sounds like because it's been so long since I've listened to it. So let's see. Let's see. Yo, I gotta be honest with y'all. I liked that. I'm surprised right now. I'm actually like genuinely surprised right now. I liked that. I like the storytelling of it, first of all. But her voice it is giving me sultry. If it's one thing I have said about Taylor on more than one occasion, oh, Jesus Lord. If it's one thing I have said about Taylor on more than one occasion, it's that I want her to give us even more with her vocals than she does because I know she can. But I will say, even though this is not a powerful vocal, I do feel like this is her giving us something with it's sultry. She sounds almost manic. She talked about kind of being in a manic phase in this relationship. It almost sounds that way, like she's trying to convince herself, like, your good Lord doesn't need to lift a finger. But the way she's, it's smoky. It's in your chest. Why do I like this song so much? And why was I convinced I didn't like it before? What's happening right now? Okay. All right. I'm starting to rethink how many life decisions have I gotten wrong? Because I made them too quick. Jeez. Okay. Up next is the Alchemy. Now, I will just say I went back and forth on whether or not to put the Alchemy on my playlist because I do kind of like it. It just was giving, at least to me upon first few listens, a little bit syrupy sweet in a way that I wasn't sure I wanted on my playlist. But let's Let's check it out. Okay. Okay. Yep. Upon further listen, this is gonna stay a skip for me. I love it for her. I love it for her. I love it for Travis. I love it for y'all. And to fight the alchemy. I like that line. But in general, the whole song, it's a little sleepy, it's a little syrupy. I don't know. Not for me. But I love it for them. Okay, now here go Clara Bow. Y'all. I'm sorry, but the first time I heard this song, I said, now this is a true skip. Like, I don't feel like I ever need to listen to it again, but I've committed. And who knows, maybe it'll surprise me. I have seen at least a few people really go up for Clara Bow, which is shocking to me. So I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Y'all. No, this song is still very much a skip. It might be more of a skip now than it was when I first heard it. I don't know. I'm never going to understand Clara Bow I'm never going to get it. Okay. If Clara Bow has no haters, I'm dead because I do not like that song. I think that is the only song on the album I will say I dislike. Even the other skips, I don't dislike them. They're just not for me. I dislike this song. I don't know why. You know what it kind of reminds me of, and I'm not even sure why, but her song, Welcome to New York, that is another Taylor Swift song that I deeply dislike. Nothing lands for me in either of those songs. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But Clara Bow ain't it. Okay, let's keep it going. Now the next one is Chloe or Sam or Sophia or Marcus. And I have the memory of that song in my head. Right? I think it's something like that. And I feel like I like this song. I'm like a little surprised I didn't. Let me find out. Break my cold heart. Just say I loved you. Okay, hold on. Hold on. This song is a bop. Or not a bop. That's not the right word. But this song, it's giving me classic Aaron Dessner. I feel like that little lick I associate with him. Very satisfying. You wanna break my cold. You know what it is? It's like I needed to, when I first listened to it, I feel like I needed it to be raining outside. I needed to be sitting on my couch. I needed to be looking outside and with a iced coffee in hand. And if all of that had happened when I first heard it, it would have made it on the playlist. That's what it is. Because this one, nah, this is a good one. Okay, so now we get to a whole string of skips. I skipped So High School. I Hate It Here. Thank You, aIMee, and I Look in People's Windows. It's just a whole stretch here that I was like, let's start with So High School. Let's see. Okay, So High School is still a skip. No reason to mince words about it. It's cute. It's like it's a cute song. If it came on, like my high school reunion is this year. If it came on, I'd be like, I'd be happy about it. I'd sway. But nah, it does not belong on a playlist I'm going to listen to over and over again. It just doesn't, no shade. Let's move on to I Hate It Here. Okay. I like it slightly more than I did, before, but very slightly. Still a skip. And let's be very honest. The line about the racist, this song just to me sounds like it needs some editing. There's so many words and some of the words, Taylor, why? I get what she's doing. But no, still a skip. Okay. Thank you, aIMee. Skip. I kind of like that chorus. I kind of like the. That's very pretty. But we're talking about Taylor Swift. She knows how to write a beautiful song, a beautiful chorus, a nice lilt, a nice, peak, a nice valley. This is Taylor Swift. So, I just, it's not doing anything for me. And maybe because it feels so specific, she's singing to aIMee, but she's talking about Kim. Some of y'all think she's talking about Carly, whoever it is. She's not talking about anybody who matters to me. And I'm having trouble removing her context and placing in my context, which is usually something I feel like it's very easy to do with Taylor's music. Something about this song, I don't know, maybe I just have a block around it. I did just do a podcast episode and said Taylor and Kim are both queens. So I think I don't feel the same way about Kim as a number of Swifties, but also this song to me is like, it's fine, but will remain on my skip list. Okay, I look in people's windows. Let's see what you got. Because right now, this section is looking real, real sad. Yeah. I'm sorry, Taylor. That's a skip. I like what we're doing image wise here. I like that it's giving stalker vibes and giving us more of the mania. Like again, there are a number of songs here where I feel like the storytelling far outshines the production and the music. I feel that way about a number of my skips, which is why, I am hoping on her next album we get some new collaborators, because I think the storytelling here is great, but the music to me, it doesn't really rise to the occasion. That's just my personal opinion. But that's going to remain a skip for me. So I think we've just got three more: Cassandra, Peter, and Robin. Not me finding out just now that it's Cassandra, not Cassandra. If Taylor were black, this would be Cassandra. Let me continue. I do like it more. I like that melody a bit more. Again, this is, which doesn't typically happen for me, it's feeling so specific to Taylor that I'm having trouble enjoying it as a song of its own just for me to sort of live within. Maybe I just haven't been betrayed by enough people. But I have been betrayed, which is why my Tears Ricochet goes so hard for me. It's not giving that same level of going hard. So, I'm a little sad to say I think this is going to continue to be a skip, but I do like it more now upon second listen. And that brings me to Peter. You were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come and make me. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Peter, that should not be a skip. I was wrong about this one. This promises ocean deep but never to keep is such a bar. That line alone. And I love the the lilt of it. I do really like that one. Yeah, I do really like that one. I don't know why it wasn't speaking to me before, but Peter, that one is getting at it. Okay. All right. And that leaves us with Robin. Okay. You know what? I do like that one. I do. I almost need a different playlist for that one because it's not a song I think I'm going to find myself wanting to return to frequently, but it is a song that I feel like I'm going to want to hear again. So I need that playlist. And there are a couple other ones I think kind of like that in here. So for me, it is not going to continue to be a skip, but it is going to end up on, I think, a different playlist, like one that's meant for a specific mood I'm in. That's where that song is going to go. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I do really like that. So to recap, these are the songs that are making it out of the slammer and onto a playlist. I'm happy I did this because I really enjoyed kind of revisiting some of these songs now that I've had space away. And even the ones that are still going to remain skips, obviously, it's Taylor Swift. Like, not bad songs except Clara Bow. I'm going to continue to hate on that song. But I'm glad I did it because she gave us so much music. It is nice to revisit and appreciate the sheer breadth of what she delivered on this album. Anyway, I'd love to know in the comments, what are your skips? What are songs that have grown on you? Feel free to let me know, and please be sure to subscribe. I'll see you next time.